Mama I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo
person. He might be somebody who does not know how to talk in Ghanaian parlance. That's what we say in our parlance right here in Ghana. When somebody does not talk right, we say he doesn't know how to talk. Despite all these things, I would prefer Kennedy Agyapong as president to all these guys that I mentioned. Hear me now, let's go deeper. Much as I said all these things about Kennedy Agyapong, I still believe that Kennedy Agyapong has his bad sides. No two ways about that. For me, I think that Kennedy Agyapong is a blackmailer. For me, that's what I think and that's what I believe in. Should I give you instances? This is a man who goes on TV and on radio threatening to bring down some institutions, threatening to bring down some people if they do not do A, B, C, D for him. Now, if the thing does not favor him, you hear him ranting, cursing, and threatening to bring down his own party. That is blackmail, because he claims he has a certain secret. And when he unleashes that secret, the party will come down. We all remember in the wake of Aremeyaw Anas's last investigation, in which Eduboahin was removed from office. He said long before that he had tapes of Anas recording all these people, and he was not going to release those, but if his party, the NPP, joked with him, he will release those videos and the party would come crumbling down. That is nothing but blackmail. Now, when a man threatens you with your secret and tells you that you must do A, B, C, D for him, or else he would unleash those secrets, that is blackmail. I honestly do not want to have a blackmailer as a president. I honestly would not like a loose talker as a president. But when it comes to Bawumia, Alan Chemating, Ahuntohini, and all these guys, I prefer to have Kennedy Agyapong. At least I know that he doesn't have a mask over his face. I know his weaknesses. How about these ones who hide their weaknesses all this while? One district, one factory was nothing but a farce. Oh, we are going to build 88 hospitals. All of a sudden, it became 111 hospitals. It's a farce. Yes, if I become president, there is no day we will depend on the West for anything. Africa beyond aid, Ghana beyond aid. A farce. Today, we are knocking on the doors of the IMF. What would Kennedy Agyapong do to me as president? That is worse than what Nana Akufo-Addo has unleashed on Ghanaians. Shortage of vaccines all over Ghana. People catching measles and other childhood 6 killer diseases all over the country. What would Kennedy Agyapong as president do to me, which is worse than this thing that I'm already experiencing? At least he will get frustrated and come on TV and insult all his ministers and strip them naked and threaten them so that we will see the anger in him. Did you hear that the president decorated his health minister at a recent bogus hogwash awards? My brother, my sister, is an insult to the intelligence of the people of this country. The man who was responsible for the bogus COVID-19 vaccines that they contracted, people who were on the terrorist list of the FBI and the CIA, has been decorated and given awards by the president of the republic. The man who supervised over vaccines that got missing, and a lot of them got expired, and a lot of them even got finished. A total shortage. And it brought our own children, the leaders of the next generation, it brought their life into serious jeopardy. My brother, my sister, it is only in this country that a joker president like Nana Akufo-Addo will continue to behave like a man suffering from dementia. It is only in a country like this that a joker president, my brother, my sister, will play on the intelligence of the people of this country and test their patience. For me, Kennedy Agyapong will be a better president than all these people combined. The least I say about this, the better. Oh my God. I'm going to look at this very briefly I'm not going to spend time on it. It says, you erred both in law and on the facts. Anas tells Justice Aremeyaw, this is getting serious. I think that this issue is becoming embarrassing. Now, I think that the judiciary in Ghana must sit up. This is the only judiciary in the whole world where judges can take goats as bribe. And when they have an opportunity to bite back, they will do it vindictively. Should I say it again? It's a disgrace to some of those judges who took goats as bribe and they freed hardened criminals, those who raped and killed and robbed. They were freed in the open courts, all because Anas gave them goats and some little bribe. What jokers! My brother, my sister, listen, man. This is a very corrupt country, right from the judiciary all the way down to the executive. And I'm so ashamed of this judiciary, my brother, my sister, made up of some judges, my brother, my sister, who take nothing but goats and other bribes. And they behave as if they are demigods. When they speak, no other person should speak. I am so ashamed and embarrassed of these guys, man. Hear me now, brethren. Now we work with Agyapong. We see we are one. What Agyapong cry free hardened criminals, and you still believe that you have some moral fiber left in you to talk. What a joke judiciary. Sometimes I sit back and I look at these people and I say, who did they do these guys think they are? Who do they think they can frighten? Now you wear that rat hair on your head, running around all the place, and you want to play God. God, my foot, my brother, my sister. Some of these judges are so terrible, man. They can jeopardize your life. They can destroy your very fiber of existence. All because of some Latin book they carry around, and they speak some Latin that even the Latinos do not understand. What is this joke? After several years of independence, you still wear rat hair on your head. In this hot sun, you are running around with rat hair on your body, and then you carry some black gowns like occultists running all over the place. And I sit back and I say, do these people understand what it means to say mental slavery? Why are they not wearing kente in there? Why are they not wearing African attire in there? But they are still dressed like the occultists that colonized us several years ago. To God be the glory. And on top of it, you go and take goats as bribe, and when you are caught on tape, you become very vindictive and you want to bite back like Johnny's bite. You're mad? Hear me now, brethren. Before I go into this, and I'm reading this from 3 News. 3 News. Ifadate is supposed to be a lawyer. Well, I had him grant an interview, and in that interview he said, yes, Anas, Anas should not say that the judge had, to choose a judge to sit on a case. It's not the prerogative of any of the parties, the plaintiff or the defendant. And you see, so blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. And I sit back and I look at this man and say, this was the man who was sacked by Aisha Huang. The same, if at that time, my brother, my sister, who was defending Aisha Huang, because he's a lawyer, and a lawyer has to defend anything. I've said this time and again, I'm not going to repeat it. It is your duty as a lawyer to defend, yes. How many lawyers would have the guts to stand aside and say, hey, because I love my country so much, I am not going to defend this person? Or better still, I will take you to court and tell the court that, yes, this is what you have done, A, B, C, D, without trying to defend any of your dangerous activities. I'm yet to see that lawyer who will take a client to the court and say that, yes, my client is a thief. He has stolen, he has robbed, he has done this. Give him the maximum punishment. I sound like a broken record anytime I say this because I've said it over and over. My brother, it is on record that the lawyers of Kennedy Agyapong wrote to the Chief Justice recommending that they wanted his lordship, Eric Barr, to continue hearing the case and complete it. And they gave 2 reasons. One, he was more familiar with the case than the new female judge who was coming on. And number 2, he had the chance to look at the physical demeanors of the plaintiff and the defendant in court, and the new female judge did not have that chance to see that. And all of a sudden, 8 days later, Chief Justice Rice and orders Judge Aremeyaw to come on the case. Don't you think that one party has had an upper hand over the other in the choice of the judge? I don't know what Ifa Data is talking about, but let's look at this. You add both in law and on the facts. Anas tells Justice Aremeyaw, and I read, investigative journalist Aremeyaw Anas has told Justice Aremeyaw, the judge who presided over his case against Asin Central lawmaker Kennedy Agyapong, that he made a mistake in his judgment in throwing out the case. Anas said he disagreed with the judge both on law and on the facts of the case. He accused Justice Ban of delving into the arena of criminal prosecution against him, despite the matter being a civil case. My team and I and the lawyers have carefully studied the judgment delivered by the court, and we are unanimous that the judge made an overreach and descended into the arena and made criminal pronouncements about me as if I was standing a criminal trial. Defamation. Kennedy Agyapong said Anas is a murderer, and even in court he repeated it in his rants that Anas killed at least 20 Chinese people, and that Anas was the one who killed J.B. Dankwa, and that Anas was sleeping with the wife of J.B. Dankwa. Is this not defamatory? What did the case say about it? What did his lordship Aremeyaw say about these? Threw out this thing and called it meritless. At the same time, he awarded a 50,000 Ghana cedi judgment against Anas. My brother, my sister, well, he has spoken as a judge. I don't know what other judges think about this, and I don't know how they feel about it. But as a layman sitting down somewhere and knowing nothing about law, all I can say is that we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. If judgment can be swayed because of a goat, then my brother, my sister, I personally would have a lot of disdain for this kind of judiciary. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushudamo, where we speak truth to power, and I'm most excited to be with you. Now I'm going to look at this very briefly, and I don't know why I'm looking at it, but I know. I don't know, but I know. Hear me now. Now this one says, and I'm reading this from Graphic Online, the national communicator, it says, Kiddy is not down with stroke. Richie slams rumor mongers. The CEO of Links Entertainment signee, Richie Mensah, the CEO of Links Entertainment. Richie Mensah has dispelled rumors making rounds on social media that Touch It hitmaker Kiddy is down with stroke. Earlier this afternoon and later in the evening, a number of social media followers posted asking about the health status of the VGMA reigning artist of the year after some blogs reported that the latter had stroke. Oh gosh. Well, my brother, my sister, stroke or no stroke, we are hearing that he's actually very, very ill. Anybody can be ill. Is it because he is a famous person or a popular person? Some people don't even understand the difference between fame and, popularity. But listen, man, it's interesting. To God be the glory. I just want to speak to the youth. Stop eating pork. Stop eating pork. Stop drinking apetition. Stop drinking alcohol and stop betting. These are the things that give us stroke. When you eat pork, when you drink alcohol, and you bet, you will get stroke. Trust me. These are the things that send us to an early grave. Be careful. Pork, alcohol, betting. These are the things that will send us in there. Be very careful. Take your diet very seriously and stay away from all these things. When People become famous a little bit and make money. All of a sudden, they start bloating. They start getting bigger and bigger because they are eating pork, because they are drinking alcohol, because they are betting their lives away. I want to see the youth grow to be 500 years, unlike my very good friend, Aremeyaw Anas, who wants to go at the age of 50. Aremeyaw Anas, how are you doing this afternoon?
Blessed as always. For higher PENDREAM TV, now first time I subscribe to channel of our Sabo Adomani so said the video be at over first person Abashe. Black Rasta and a cotton in Canada, Rootica, the Attica, the Gangan, Black Rasta. Black Rasta, okay, be a trek in the Agyapong or see MPP not to say a nipa to be any more with me because of video mine as a president. Now, Mumpa, there's a cast of flag bearers now, more pretty some bear flag bearers or MPP mono. So the need to a party, obi any ho na nipo ya papa kakra na ye kana de Japan. O se no onumpo no ye Blackmailer na ono no de ento ye papa kakra ni se ono kana de Japan no ye nyina nim se nakoma ha no ye nyina so nim se wadi boni bebre ye nyina nim so ye Blackmailer nto ono se no so obedi oman so as a president na se niam anko yi a obetumi di ni ministers na betu radio so ni TV so atoma da power the frustration be because at least ye predictable ye nim de betumi aye o se ono no ye far better change da ba o miamuni niama o mo ti wa ye hu so mo ye two face nipa obebo masuma o hu ba bia o mbo so o mbo left na o mbo right o se ono de o mpe kra ni nyatu o se in as much as Canada Japan Blackmailer ni hypocrite no MPP flag bearers ni na o ye nipa ka onumum ewo track record papa cha omu nyina pass asem we Black Rasta kano serious power and that's a whole MPP as a party no the only serious person that or study as a flag bearer am a party no Blackmailer like I say MPP party the pro attitude as say because say mu ko primaries na Black Rasta only packet wow or ni nimdi mu drop papa no bi o chere de wo university of America ni na no adwena mu da ho ba Ghana hana obi full locks ayaka say oh we Rasta man on Kenya say mu hu Rasta pem say Rasta de o shiwi Rasta Kenya say there bi Black Rasta say MPP na da ho sisi a no enyansafo na sawom na mpo no say Kenya sani om kakra ono ni Canada Japan na Canada Japan no kra no o Blackmailer let's just say and that's one bi ni ho kra bi na Black Rasta e ko so I can Anas nsem no ka say Anas ni Canada court case o court o ko ye no judge na o tan asem ni so no judge no o comfort judge no wan di asem ni ye say o di asem ni she di kutuku no di ba ye wambe attack issue no be attack Anas o si judge no nya papa na judge so mo Ghana no mo dwin so mo ye wan omo dwin say amanfo soro mo Anas like omo dwin so mo ye nyame Anas de okan ya ka say omo oye mo che judge for che no mo dress omo ye no si ya cake emretwom o say twom da sa dress no amanfo ajaye what I say nto si o si sa eti for mu fancha me message bi na me nya wa na me hwe na Black Rasta kan send ni bebre na for wadun trema ye wa comment section no yes for wadun trema ye wa comment section no Black Rasta say announce case no o si court won kra na no mo wo no Kennedy kan say ka kire judge no court no ho ran say announce kum nipa okum China for be say 20 and Anas o say Anas a Blackmailer manfo and Black Rasta can say so de no kra na Kennedy ko kan ho no kra defamation of character but judge no amfa mba ni judgment mo wan kan hwe amfa sa de na Kennedy be ye ho no anso ye bo tape bi trem Kennedy okuntokwa court case court room ho okay kan o ye ya lawyers ni niama Anas judge no an kan hwe na ohwe nsema Black Rasta kana na chese Ghana ha no ya de ne say Kennedy otmiye de opabia en kan hwe na say judges no omudo mu nancy form because reputation no call from papa because your case so na Kennedy to be trauma a court no say judge I found somebody asem no on peno na opa judge fufu na to miss judge the Kennedy no so your party our case ni mo a na say mo remember na Anas team no cry nim say Kennedy a trust a letter no actually answer no mbe hu say judge we cry but na asem ni so no Anas Kennedy Agyapong and recommend this say man bra na on issues no the judges no say no the Black Rasta can say you compromise you because we share Anas video bi a oyiba some time ago na bi mujijin ponchi ni gare ni nya wanyama no our party say judges na ngasa na reputation ni hobby na issue na aba sisi judgment na aba no cry prove say Ghana no judicial system no your problem papa na media my dream today ni say Anas Aremeyaw Anas advice am dey man ni say so we assembly your person ni Kennedy dia on fan international court. Yes, Anas on fan international court. Na wo judges wo akọ Anas pa judges wo akọ chi ozo mo bokro no ebi mu didi sika ni appointment ni nyamanyama no wanya wasema wasan dey accord the same judges also wundi ma wanga obedi obi ono papa kodi boni a police ni papa kodi boni a wama ya chi papa tum na sa police ni wanya asema o dey kọ ne ho that was obechi watum o obechi watum nti sa dade na Anas here and there were mistake so ko be o person dey Kennedy ko pa dia on fan international court and as on fan supreme court na nkasa na cameras in daso na obi ahun say judgment here ekoni yo ana nkoni yo therefore ha na me mbesi ha PENDREAM TV mpacho subscribe to channel no fa won sa ebo adoma no so dey be ya the video bia to ho ntempa na we first person na we hwe edi amaye yedamasi p for the support nyame enhira munina
Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de ose dem yopo